A happy Saturday, everybody. It is Big's Golf Talk, BGT 2.0. And, you know, why do this is kind of weird, right? You don't see the regular opening, you don't see the countdown and all that stuff. That's because we're going to show you, for those that didn't get this chance to see it, but we're going to air the 90-minute show that we had on the first day at the PGA Show. And we had some great guests. Bill, such a fun time. Encore Golf, Edison Golf, Sax Parente, as a matter of fact, presented me after the show with a left-handed putter, the Duke, and it's in my bag right now.
Duke over, Duke. That's it.
Dak, and we had a special guest join TAC, not Dak, but TAC.
Yes.
On Point Golf is going to join us too. And a world-renowned instructor will be there as well. So, also, you're going to see our show being interrupted live by the Cactus League president annually. First, like 5 years in a row, has donated $100 live on our show. He did it again on day number 1. Folds of Honor donation. Folds of Honor has that money in their hands. Mike Brown from the Cactus League, show him some love if you're in Arizona.
Yes.
But, Bill, the Godfather Cuevas, later on in the show, after 1 hour and 30, because that doesn't equal up to 2 hours, but we have a special presentation that it was not aired day one. So you want to stay online and watch the whole thing.
Yep.
Because we have some footage of some great brands that you're going to see, including Back Caddy, out of all those.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about
it. And battery operated carts that I noticed, Back Caddy stood out to me, and at a reasonable, affordable price as well.
Absolutely.
Technology and everything else. No other electric cart has the advanced braking system that they have. We're going to talk with Paul from Back Caddy about that. You're going to see that in the last 15 minutes of our show. But the next hour and 30 minutes is live from the PGA Show on the floor. We were right behind Bridgestone Golf on the side of Cleveland, on the other side of Axio. And Bill, I don't know about you, man. This was the best PGA Show I have been a part of.
You know what? Honestly, it probably was one of I think I'm going to say one of the best, because I remember the old shows, and then of course with COVID and everything, it kind of fell off, and then we were recuperating. So I think we raised it to a new level. It was amazing. The people were cool. So a lot of new friends. Oh yes, we got to see our old friends. Made a lot of new friends and family. So it was, I think the success was huge. It was a huge success for a lot of people. We saw it was busy. It was really busy. Hard to maneuver around because they had a lot of people going into all these booths, trying to get to everything. We were a little smarter this year.
Yes.
When we planned our stuff after our shows, we were like, if we already knew what booth are you in? And we planned our business based on booth and not join them to like Cobra Puma, where we would go to one and then run across to the other side. So we were very strategic.
We did not set up. I mean, there was a few people we did set, people that have supported us in the past. We made sure we set up a time, make sure.
Absolutely.
But what I like about this is we asked the booth numbers, and then what we did in a spreadsheet, we visited everybody on the way. So we would start at a certain area and visited everybody on the way.
It was perfect. It was actually really good. Strategically speaking, it was really good for us. I didn't feel like worn out. At the end of the show, I felt worn out and I passed out. And I mean, literally, I just go to sleep after we finished the show. But it was definitely good. I think we accomplished a lot more this year. We talked to a lot more companies. There's a lot more exciting things coming, because you guys got to remember the show's over a 3 to 4 day span, but you can't get that much show into that time, what we have. So they got a lot more that they're going to get to see on the show. We have a lot more vendors that'll be on. there was a few products that were really, really cool.
We met
And
up
we're
with
gonna be sharing.
old friends as well with True Links
Absolutely.
We haven't not talked to them for a few years, but you got a chance to sit with, and we have that today. Bill sat with Andres Gonzalez, and and he's an ambassador for True, and he's retired out of the PGA Tour, but man, he had a lot of great things to say.
He you know who he reminded me of? Remember, because you were a professional baseball umpire, Al Rabowski, remember?
Yeah.
That with the mustache and everything. That's why I kept staring at him. Then he came over. He goes, "Yeah, you remember me, but that's not the one." I was like, "Okay," because he remembered. That's who I thought he was originally. He's a great guy. He has a lot of good stuff. You guys got to make sure you listen to that interview. And there's a lot more coming from True as well, because we're gonna have Mr. Moore on the show in the future too, as well.
So we're going to set out a little tease too. We're going to maybe talk about this a little bit in the next segment after the hour and 30-minute show. But yours truly, Bill and Greg decided to sign me up for a Beat the Pro in paddleball. Well,
yes,
I think they were too busy to film because they were laughing so hard.
Yes, yeah, we figured with all the talk of pickleball and everything that would get a good chuckle.
Recording was too embarrassing.
Did you win?
No.
Okay, what was it called? You got signed up to get beat by the pro. That's what they should put. Not beat the pro, get beat by the pro.
I don't think she appreciated me spiking the ball on her after that. It was no.
Yeah, they couldn't keep you out of the kitchen. That's what the problem was. You kept going in that kitchen, which is a no good. But they actually, I don't know if you noticed, on that pickleball side, they also had Rick Barry. Who can forget Rick Barry? I mean, for us, you know, with him throwing the ball underhand and making that thing famous. So they had him. They had a famous tennis player out there that was actually playing pickleball. And so it was a lot of cool things that we're going to be bringing to you guys, you know, at later dates. This thing's going to keep running and running. We're going to be showcasing. Oh, there he goes.
Bill and I got our very first ever pickleball
paddles.
Yes.
Paddle. Yep.
And Paddle Tech, great company, by the way.
Yes.
I was on their website. They have some fabulous, and they got everything you need to start to play pickleball. So.
Yep. And they got a lot of stuff in the works. You know, folks, if you watch, pay attention. Squares and these gentlemen over there, they're going to be coming out with some
day 2 broadcast. You will really see that interview. So,
yes.
But day 1, let's get ready for day 1 here, and in an hour and a half, we're going to come back. We have some special footage, unseen, unheard, here on Big's Golf Talk. So we'll be right back right after this.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking
and
Yakety yak!
blah, blah, blah.
it's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack.
Now we'll talk.
Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. And we're live in Orlando, Florida at the 2024 PGA Merchandise Show. And what a great year to kick off the golf season. I am Big John Quick. He is Bill Cuevas, the golf father. And on the end there is the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise. And Greg and Bill kicking off the 2024 golf season the right way here at the PGA Merchandise Show. It feels like, man, I want to get on the golf course.
I don't know if I feel that way. I mean, look at the excitement out there. This place is packed already. Day one, well, day two, technically, but look at all the people walking around. Booths are filled. I mean, there's no space. It seems like everything got a little bit tighter from last year. There's a lot more vendors here, and this place is kicking.
Greg Wise, I don't know if you've walked the floor before we went on the air, but I'll tell you what, it looks like there's a lot of people and a lot of vendors.
Golf is back. That's all you have to say. There are so many people, smiling faces, people walking around, sales going on. That's what this is all about.
Yes.
And it's a great show this year.
Looking forward to what's going to happen here at the 2024 PGA Merchandise Show. And we're going to kick it off right away with a guest. And those of you that are watching us on social media, on YouTube TV, on Facebook Watch, welcome in. If you have a comment or a question, love to hear from you. Are you golfing? Are you getting ready to golf? I know, Bill, you and I received a text message from the 2024 Spark Golf team, and they are ready to fire.
Ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to golf.
But our first guest right out of the gate here, ladies and gentlemen, typically we're doing some banter, but we have a lot of guests to get to. But he is the founder and CEO of iGolf and Synkwise. Brian Verdugo is join us here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV. And Brian, welcome back into Big's Golf Talk, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you having me. I'll say that. Go ahead.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you having me back.
Yes.
You're a technology partner of many. Remind our audience what you do.
Sure. So we provide a lot of the data for GPS. So things like golf GPS devices, rangefinders, a lot of the simulators you see here now, we're providing all the GPS data that goes into each one of those products.
Now, I have been dabbling with AI, and I just want to, probably ask you because you're the AI guy. I mean, you're pretty much one of the people that put AI on the map. The AI that I use to help me write papers and all that stuff, the apps that's out there now, it's amazing what this, artificial technology or whatever they're calling it. But you've been in the news lately regarding AI in golf. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think one of the things we've been talking a lot about is the difference between true AI and AI that's more designed into a platform. And where we're seeing true AI is what you were talking about, which is where you're actually having a conversation with something that is a learning behavior. And that's a whole different ballgame than what we kind of, a lot of people say they have AI technology. Mm-hmm. The AI technology they have is maybe less really about AI and more about a response to something we already know that a human can tell you what it needs to say or do. True AI actually does the opposite. It evaluates something, and after a learning behavior, it can come up and say, these are the things that you're doing wrong, or here's an answer to a question. So for golf, obviously, when you start thinking about AI, rather than a human having to tell you what's wrong with your swing, a true AI would be able to have evaluated a lot of past videos, looking at data and saying, here are the things that are going wrong with your swing, and these are the recommendations.
How long does that take? Roughly when when you have the AI watching your golf swing and giving recommendations.
So true AI is going to be in microseconds. I mean, I call it a tenth of a second. It'll be able to look at so many different data points, evaluate it, and come right back to you and say, here are the problems. Now, how do you make that work? I mean, I guess there's your big issue, because we don't want to be so technical that it gets beyond what a golfer really would understand. Maybe only 1% of the golfers out there would understand, but if you think of it from a technical standpoint, it will give you incredibly precise data and information response. But is that what we really want? Or do we want a little bit of the massaging, which is kind of the human factor of it, of a coach saying, this is what the technical things are, but let's not try to go there now. Let's try to kind of find your way there over time. And I think that's where AI will grow more and more.
All right, we got last question for you is now that you're here at the show, what are you planning to accomplish while you're here? We know you have a lot of people that you work with. So if you want to throw in some of the dirt that we can use around, please feel free.
Well, the big one last year obviously was Blue Tees. They've come on the stage and really been the hot product out here lately. And the Player Plus, they launched this year their speaker with the screen on it, and I mean I think it was one of Amazon's for golf, one of the best products that was sold. And so it's kind of fun to see their success and what they're doing and where they're going. So yeah, last year we were talking a little bit about a bet that went on, and they're almost there. I would say it's probably going to be maybe next year that we'll actually really tell everybody what the bet was about. But in the end, it's going to be a very fun trip going somewhere in the world, and we'll kind of, I'm sure there'll be a lot of videography around it, and this what we're going to get to do together.
Just make sure you keep us in the loop.
Well, hold on, before we let him go, I see Greg Wise chomping at the bit. We can't let this guy go without all of us asking him a question at least.
I'm sitting here watching simulators around here. How do you affect the simulator space?
Yeah, so there's last year we talked about what Rapsodo did, and their product is amazing. They took all the data from our database and created a 3D simulated world.
Oh wow!
Be able to play any golf course you want, your course if you want to play from that simulator. True Golf, actually, my understanding is that they're going to be showing off a lot of their new stuff, which is the E6 platform. Don't be surprised if you don't have the ability at some point with some of True Golf's offerings and where they're going to be able to play any golf course you want in the world. Fi Golf was another one that did it. So a lot of what we're doing is looking at how do we give you more and more data that is going to represent a true representation of your golf course. And that's a lot of the data that we're releasing this year is very accurate data that will be for any golf course in the world.
Hey, Biggs, during the break, I'm going to go find that simulator.
Go check out. I believe Rapsodo is showing it. I believe Fi Golf will show it. You may need to stop by True Golf. I know they're releasing a new simulator in itself that's supposed to be pretty impressive as well. And their new E6 software is really amazing with graphics. So I would say, again, that's where the future is going to be. And I think you're going to see that data not just used in simulators. I think you're going to use it in agronomy. You're going to see it used in a lot of other areas because the level of detail is so much higher now. We can really show you what golf courses look like everywhere in the world.
Brian Verdugo, thank you so much for joining us. He is the founder and CEO of iGolf and SyncWise. It's great to know the behind the scenes, what goes into the rangefinders, the simulators, and all that stuff. So thank you for all your hard work and making golf more fun for the golfers out there.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you guys in San Diego at some point. Thank you.
Hey, more Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right here live from the PGA Show on the Ignite Golf Network. We'll be right back right after this.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
And we're back here at the PGA Show. Big John Quick along with Bill Cuevas, Greg Wise here. And our next guest, great partner of this show, sponsor of this show. And it's good to see him here. But Brett is joining us here and from Encore Golf. You just got finished seeing a commercial for them. And it's just amazing on what you guys keep doing, especially, unfortunately, the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. They gotta get it done, brother.
You're telling me. I Sunday I was at the game, and I was just hoping if my early Monday morning flight I could be watching nothing but highlights, and came up just short. But listen, you always got a shot when you got Josh behind there, so we're all right.
But it just seems like, I'm going to say it. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Unfortunately, never got a championship ring. Right. I'm talking about Dan Marino.
Yep.
And I'm saying that Josh Allen right now is probably one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL currently, and he has got to beat them 49ers in the postseason.
Yeah. Or the Chiefs.
Chiefs, rather.
Yep. It'll happen. Don't you worry.
49ers would be in the Super Bowl. So
Right.
that's it. Let's get them beaten in the Super Bowl if the Bills were there.
If you've been
And by the way, I just want to say for the record that I have the Buffalo Bills on my Sony PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's my team, right? And we won the Super Bowl on Sony PlayStation.
Oh, so did I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, if you've been following the NFL's rigged conspiracies with the Super Bowl logos, I don't know if it's real, but I did see next year's apparently is blue and yellow. So it could be a Bills-Rams Super Bowl, and I'm just hoping it's the Bills that win.
Well, let's hope so.
What's going on with Encore Golf?
A lot. So we've been working on the Genius Ball for over 5 years. We will launch at some point this spring. For anyone who doesn't know, it's essentially putting a simulator inside a golf ball. So the first application for it is going to be for putting. So you're getting every kind of data point, stint, spin axis, velocity, accuracy, everything that you could need. And what's really exciting about that is we've been working actually with some of the top putting coaches in golf, and even some of the players, a couple guys like Harold Varner, Taylor Gooch, they invested because they're looking at this and saying putting is where you lose strokes. I mean, everybody wants to drive and see how far they're hitting on the simulator, but the putting is the most important thing. And you should always be working on your game from close to out. So the first application will be for putting. But what's really exciting is over the next 12 to 18 months, we're going to have a next version, which will be for chipping and irons. And then a version that you're, full course play. And that's would not be something that you would place or play in place of, the Vero X1 or whatever.
Right.
This is going to be the most advanced training aid to ever hit golf.
And that's the thing about Encore Golf, the technology that, we just got finished having a guy on about AI.
Yep.
And we talk about this technology revolving and revolving and revolving. I remember when AI first came out and everybody just laughed at it, and now it's a major part of our game, a major part of our sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same in a smart ball that you're coming up with, the genius ball. The technology is just revolving all the time. And people always say, well, how are we going to have a ball like that with so many computer chips in it and people hitting it with a golf club?
Right.
But the technology, again, it's revolving. We start off with the putting, and we're going to test that, and we're going to see what the putting does when we, hit it with a putter. Well, and like you said, we're gradually moving into the chipping and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, these electronics in this big inside the ball have magnetometers, accelerometers, gyroscopes, wireless charging, wireless Bluetooth connectivity, so that the data is going right to your smartphone. I mean, it's pretty incredible. And on top of that, we still have our suite of actual tournament play ready premium golf balls, and we got a new one coming out this year. The Vero X1 was great. The Vero X2 was even better for higher swing speeds. The Vero XP is going further and longer. The X2 is for a higher swing speed, 95 compression. What's amazing is XP is actually the same compression. So the high swing speed guys are going to love it, but it feels softer. It feels as soft as the X1. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. A lot of the tour players that we're starting to get on board are looking at this, and I mean, they're just blown away by the XP. So that'll be coming out this spring as well.
That brings me to another point. Back when, and God rest his soul, but Justice J-Dog Bex, I got to give him a shout out, because your biggest fan, your biggest supporter.
Yep.
and I hope at one point you come up with a J-Dog ball.
Love it.
You know, but he got us introduced.
Yep.
You know, and you come a long way from a metal hollow ball to right now where you're at currently. And now I'm seeing Encore Golf on the PGA Tour and on other tours. How does that make you and your family feel? I mean, Steve and your dad and all that stuff.
I mean, it's part of the excitement. It's part of the journey. You know, we've had so many ups and downs. We've almost gone out of business because we couldn't keep up with our growth. We've had Charles Schwab is our largest shareholder. I mean, how many companies? There's not one other golf ball company here that can say Charles Schwab, a financial icon, is their biggest shareholder.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've done a lot of things right, and I think it's because we've never cut corners. We've always treated people correctly, and I think gone about it the right way. And I do believe that good people have good things happen to them, and I'd like to think that we all have tried to make Encore feel like a family with anyone that we've worked with or associated with. And so it's been rewarding to see those things start to pay off. And one more thing I do want to mention too is at the end of about a 90-day process, anyone can be part of this David versus Goliath story, because we are doing a Reg A Plus offering, which means no longer do you have to be an accredited investor. You could invest $5, $500,000. It doesn't matter. So we're in the 60 to 90-day process of that. But that's really exciting for us because it's going to be a great way for us to have, the kind of growth capital that we've never had before, and allow us to just totally saturate the market with Encore awareness, continue to develop the innovative technologies that we're doing. And we're really excited about it.
We got a lot of people walking by waving at us, so you might see us.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. 2024 PGA Merchandise Show, kicking off the golf season here. A lot of golf professionals, golf media, golf equipment companies, hard goods, soft goods. And, they say there's over 1,000 vendors here. Brett, what do you hope to get out of this week here at the PGA Show?
I mean, it's things like this. It's just telling the Encore story. It's visiting with, familiar faces, new faces, figuring out where we can merge and create just more brand awareness. What kind of brand partnerships do we want to do? Looking at different ancillary, brands that we can fit into the Encore stream, but also just seeing what others are doing. It's important to, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Not that anyone's an enemy, but it is good to know what they're doing, because we're always trying to stay one step ahead to make sure that we're able to continue to survive and thrive in the industry.
I'm not sure they're enemies as much as they're just competitors.
Correct.
And they're competing.
I'm going to go with enemies.
I like it.
I like it. It's more dramatic.
I'm going to take the Josh Allen way out and just say, he's not, Patrick Mahomes not my enemy. He's just a competitor that I can't beat.
He's your enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Enemy.
Yeah.
So,
but, the success that you've had, and certainly we're on board, with promoting you and all that stuff with Encore Golf. It's the only golf ball I use. I know Bill uses.
Hickory golfer over there.
There you go.
Softball.
Yeah, softball. Exactly.
So we're ready to rock and roll. But I'm just excited that I get to own something that Josh Allen is going to own.
Oh, yeah.
That's why me and Josh, we bought into that company.
But that says a lot when you have professional athletes, not even in the sport of golf as a professional athlete, but they're in another sport of professional athlete that says, I believe in your brand.
Yep. Well, that's. I mean, we lucked out with Josh because even though he's the Buffalo Bills quarterback, I mean, look at the amount of sponsorships. He's one of the most famous players on the planet.
Yep.
He's such a likable guy. I mean, easy guy to root for. And a brand partnership with him would cost several six-figure numbers.
Yes.
And he paid us. It's like we're getting that for free. So
I'm going to
really
pay
lucky.
you too, and that's priceless.
There it is. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. And he does introduce, I mean, he's friends with a lot of these golfers. There are inroads that he creates that we'd never be able to have because you get a text or a call from Josh Allen, you're taking it. So guys on the PGA Tour that we're like having a hard time getting a hold of or getting into, he can make those introductions. So it goes far and beyond just him. He'll be at Pebble Beach Pro-Am. I'm sure he was wearing this hat all 4 days last year, played the ball, came in second because Rogers cheated. He did. I mean, it's true.
The foot wedge.
Yeah.
The foot wedge.
Yeah, I think it was like he gave himself like a 12 handicap or something before that, and he's like a 2. And so, yeah, no, a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Well, we're up against the clock. We have a lot of people to get to today. I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being and I hope we continue, supporting each other here. And good luck on the PGA show. And I like the shirt, by the way.
Tell Josh I said hi. I'll call him later.
Definitely, I got you. I got you.
And you know what? At some point, we really got to get Josh on the show in the offseason.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
He can sit next to you in Buffalo.
There we go. Yep. That sounds good. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, Brett. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Blakely from Encore Golf, and we'll be right back right here on Big's Golf Talk on the Ignite Golf Network. Don't go anywhere.
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
We're back here on Big's Golf Talk BGT TV. I am John Quick, Big John Quick, and he is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, and we're just waiting for our next guest to take his seat here on Big's Golf Talk. And I'll tell you what, we are, if you're going to make it down here and you're watching right now, you're still going to come down right in between the Callaway booth, right in between the XEO booth, and right behind the Bridgestone booth. So booth 1455 is where we're at. Now, today, we're only going to be on until noon. Tomorrow, we'll be on from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So mark your calendars, all those on New Mexico time, Mountain time, and West Coast time. Please adjust your time accordingly out that way. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow, and we're excited to be here until noon today. Our next guest, this guy is a master in wedges. I'll tell you, I always said it, Bill. The short game, I don't care how far you drive the ball. I don't care where it's around the green. It's the short game. It's what you do with your wedges that you can make up shots when you're in danger. Yep. And this guy has pioneered that aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Kohler from Edison Golf join us here on Big's Golf Talk BGT TV.
I don't have to say nothing. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. It's always fun to talk wedges, and you guys are always a lot of fun. And, you say this is where the money is in the game, whether you're playing on tour or trying to beat your buddy out of $2. And, and I always like to say this is where the money is, even if you're not playing for any.
And, well, you know what? Even when you play at, great courses like the Arnold Palmer and you play against your buddy and he's 50 yards out, and he chips it in, and he brags about it for the next 13 years and does nothing else besides that chip, you could still live on a chip.
So that's happened to you.
Yes.
But you see how he's blocking me to talk about that. Let me tell you about a story of a young man golfing at Bay Hill on the 18th hole, Arnold Palmer's Church of Golf, and he's 50 yards out. Yep. And takes a 60-degree wedge on the 18th hole and holds it out for his last shot ever on Bay Hill.
He was 50 over at the turn.
Doesn't matter. As they say in Tin Cup, no one's going to remember who won the U.S. Open. They're going to remember the 11.
That's true.
And I remember it well. I live it over and over repeatedly.
Terry, talk about Edison Golf. How did it all start for you with wedges. I mean, why wedges?
Well, I was designing putters back in the 80s, and I started really thinking about wedges and wedge play and how much people suffer with wedges. And I started looking at wedges from the 40s and the 50s and the 60s all the way up to the 80s, and there really wasn't any changes. And, not to pick on anybody, but you go around this show, and wedges today bear more resemblance to what we played 40 years ago than any other category. I mean, I'm looking at shoes over here, totally different. You just had the guys from Encore in here, great technology. The ball looks the same, but it's very different inside. And wedges, I feel, have always been left behind in the technical revolution that we've seen in every other category. And the big thing I see in the wedge category is everybody's so driven by their tour players. And these guys are, the worst guy on the tour is better than the best guy at any club in America in the short game, because they spend inordinate amount of time with them, and they don't want their wedges to change very much, because I've had a tour player tell me one time, I want predictability. I want to know what that wedge is going to do, because I've got thousands and thousands of shots of experience. The recreational golfer, I've studied the impact pattern, and when you look at the face wear on a recreational player's wedge, it's very different than the tour player's wedge. They're hitting it at a different spot. They're scattering impact around the face more. So I just said, well, there's some great companies here take good care of the tour players. I'm going to go take care of the 6, the 10, the 12, the 20 handicapper. I'm going to build wedges for the way he or she hits wedges, not for the way a tour player hits wedges. And it's really that simple, that we've optimized the wedge weighting for the shot pattern that we see on recreational golfer wedges.
One thing I realize, as I'm playing golf regarding wedges is, the playability of that particular wedge. The weight of the wedge makes a difference in individual play, not certainly which golf. But one thing I noticed about Edison Golf is when you're on the website, you can build that wedge to exactly what your specs are if you've been fitted.
Well, 90+% of wedges are still sold off the rack at retail. And the big companies like it. That works for their business model. And the big retailers love having 400 wedges in stock. I'm a big believer in custom fitting and custom building. And every golfer is a little different in the loft matrix, the shaft, the specifications for length, lie. So we really have set ourselves, we are golf's premier custom wedge company. We don't build stock wedges. We don't have any on any store shelves. And every day we build wedges to order for that golfer who's going to play them to get the shaft just right. And I'm a big believer in wedge shafts need a lot more attention than we give them. But I really do believe that every golfer has a wedge set makeup and specification makeup that's going to optimize their skill set and is going to feed them to become a better wedge player.
What about the degrees in wedges? What do you offer in degrees for wedges? I know some companies have or believe in the 48 traditional now, and now we're starting to see the 49s, the 51s, and different degrees. But what's your standard degrees that you guys offer at Edison Golf?
So we engineered our wedges. When we were doing performance testing, we found that our wedges launch a little lower and spin a little more and fly a little further on a loft-to-loft comparison because of the way they're engineered. And we looked at the way irons are coming out in the modern, I call it the P Club. It's 43 degrees, 45 degrees. So the even numbers that have dominated wedge category forever, they may not fit as well anymore. So we engineered our wedges in odd number lofts from 45 to 59 degrees. And we can tweak that, any of them 1 degree weaker to hit an even number. If you want to fine tune your distance, typically, 1 degree of loft, given the same shaft, everything is going to be about 3 to 4 yards. So most golfers, they don't have that precision anyway, but the odd number lofts match up to their iron lofts better. But we can prescribe 4 degree gapping, 5 degree gapping, and, tweaking wedges, whether you're tweaking somebody's 54 or our 53, tweaking wedges is very common. But, what we want to do is get precise gapping. But the odd numbers of our wedges, we're the only company I know of that makes wedges in odd numbers. But it wasn't just to be different, though it is. It was because of the modern P Club, as I call it, is more likely to be 43 to 45 degrees than it is 44, 46. And nobody makes a 48 degree P Club anymore.
Right. What about now? I just been told that you have a new website. It's it's brand new. Talk about that.
So we sell most of our wedges direct to consumer. We have a great interactive tool called Wedge Fit, where we can we can take you through a engagement where we can understand what we should recommend to you. And you can build anything you want, but we want to try to advise you. So we engaged a new marketing team. We built a new website that's very linear, very slick, very smooth, to take you through who we are, what we do, why we do it. And then on into specifying out your wedge, to selecting your shaft, your grip, your length and lie specs. And we're real pleased with it. It shows you how different our product is, shows you why we're different, and why you should be playing these instead of suffering with a wedge designed for tour players. When you're a 12 or 14 handicap, you don't have those skills. You can't optimize that tour design wedge.
It's funny that right now we're broadcasting with a lot of vendors in the area, and one sign that stands out to me when we're talking about wedges: suck less at golf. Well, if you want to suck less at golf and you want a good short game, Edison Golf is the way to go for your short game. And Bill, do you have anything for Mr. Kohler?
No, I was happy to see way back in the day. I'm not going to say how long ago, when golfball.com was first started. There was 4 of us, and there was one of the gentlemen that joined us from the other golf forums was Josh Ross. And when I got that notification from Josh, it was like, telling me that my wedges were on the way. I was like, what? So it's great to see everybody that started way back when progressing in the industry as they want. And you got a good one, and I see that he's a wedge specialist. But the only question I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because it's for him. I got to make myself look good for the guy.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
I wasn't going to
bring it up.
I know you won't, but I will. Left-handers.
Well, we're
that's the only reason why I don't have Edison golf wedges.
So we're a forge company, and forging toolings are very expensive, and we're a small company. We're growing fast, but we're still very small, which I like because we can stay very personal. I have no visions of creating a giant monster, because that'd be no fun. But the left-handed, is a pretty sizable investment, and you have to look at the numbers. 8% of the U.S. golfers are left-handed. So you have to say, okay, well, how can I forecast left-handed sales? I kind of jokingly, when people ask me about left-handed, and this goes for you, the first set of left-handed wedges is going to be $30,000, but after that, they're going to cost the same as the right-handed. I haven't had that left-handed guy come up and say, I want that first set. So when he comes up, we're going to immediately jump into left-handed.
I'm going to pick up this phone. I'm going to call Phil Mickelson now.
You keep us posted.
Phil Mickelson has that money.
And we'll have him on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
That's worth $30,000. You'll be fine.
I'm going to call Mike Weir or Phil up, and I'm sure he'll do it. He'll pay that set.
Biggs, what I heard him say must make you feel real good. Right now, you're a single-digit handicap.
Yeah.
A single-digit person.
You're
8% is left-handed.
How does it feel to be in that 8%? Isn't that great?
Yeah. So, but the left-handed thing is something we have on, we've already done our CAD design. We've got everything ready to go into tooling, and just, writing that big check to pull the trigger. We're not quite ready yet. But, if you want that first set, all you got to do is send us a check. Man, get the first one.
That's it, $30K, right?
Yeah.
You got to name it after him, though.
Yeah. No,
it's got to be the Biggie set.
Okay. We'll call it, if you put up the $30,000, we'll call it whatever you want.
Exactly. For $30,000, you have it.
Terry, do you have a booth here, and if you do, what are you looking to accomplish here at the show?
I broke my string of coming to the PGA Show at 40 in a row in 2020, and then they didn't have it in 21, and we were too small to think about exhibiting in 22 and 23. We said, okay, hey, let's go to the show this year. A lot of old friends, a lot of meeting interviews like this. A lot of people want to know what we're doing, and seeing some of our key people, our shaft guys, grip guys, and looking at things out there that might make sense, some training aids and things like that. I'm all about, we make wedges, but I want to make better short games. And so training aids and instruction, I write a blog every week as the wedge guy that I offer tips and insights on how to become a better wedge player. And, I'm the first one to admit, if you learn how to hit that 30-yard pitch shot, that technique applies throughout the game, to every other thing. And learning to hit that 30-yard shot, you're not thinking about speed, you're not thinking about power, you're just totally working on how the club moves through the impact zone. And I'll tell anybody, I've never met somebody that was good from 30 yards, but not very good elsewhere. If you have a good 30-yard pitch shot, then it can become 50. It can become a full swing.
There's
wedge.
hope for you.
There is just a bit.
I was thinking about
You're
a
thinking about
separate
the
interview.
same thing? Well, yes, absolutely. We're going to give you an open, extended interview option for later on. We'd love to have you on the show
Absolutely.
again. Those are longer segments. We have people getting ready to wait to come
Really
on,
quick,
but we want you on.
we have listeners checking in right now. Will Anders checking in. Just played golf
Tech
with
guy.
Sean. Said, "What's up?
What's up?
What's up?"
Tampa checking in. Yeah, so
So-
we definitely got to get you back on, and let's talk more about what you do, the weekly things. We got a lot of stuff going on. Let's get you back on.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
Terry, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. And if I get that 30K, you're gonna be the first call.
Hey, that'd be great. And we can give you terms if you come up with part of it.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, more Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV on the Ignite Golf Network. We'll be right back. You know, we're talking about short game. We're talking about wedges and everything else.
Yes, all of
and
it.
Coming up next is Mr. Radio Voice. Yes, Mr. Radio Voice. Coming up next, and talk about the green game. What's happening on the green?
Mr. Angelo Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos is next here on Big's Golf Talk. We'll be right back.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm going to go after the PGA Tour.
Bo, you're going to need the right equipment company.
I think I got that.
You know, Tour Edge backs all their clubs with a lifetime warranty.
I know.
They ship all their premium custom clubs in 48 hours.
I know.
All their premium clubs are hand-built in the USA.
I know.
You know, Tour Edge has won 35 times out here.
Guys, I know.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Feedback. All right, we're back here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV, and Big John Quick, along with Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, Greg Wise, and a good friend of ours. We're going to spend about 3 minutes with him to introduce something new, but a media partner of ours here at the PGA Show, Fred Altvader, is joining us. Fred, welcome into Big's Golf Talk, my friend.
Hey, guys, always a great pleasure to be in here with Biggs and Billy and Greg, and we get to have a good time every once in a while. So thanks a lot for letting me come on.
Yes, you got a new product out there, as
We
we'll
do.
call it.
We do.
And I know you wanted to share with our listeners and the people here at the PGA Show. So the floor is yours.
Well, I appreciate it, Billy. Thank you. Yes, January 13th, we rolled out American Golf Journal. It's all digital. Nationwide, it is the distribution. And we try and target articles, information, travel for a nationwide audience.
I'm looking for a job. Do you need a journalist?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just send your stuff in, man. Our chief editor will take a look at it.
All right.
And send it back. Yeah, and send it back with a bunch of blacked out stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I use AI technology to help me write my stuff.
It's no problem.
It's never wrong.
Well, it is sometimes, though, if you check it.
Yeah. Fact check. So we know you got a lot going on. We have a lot going on. We want to schedule something maybe for next week when we all back. Maybe we can talk about the show. We can sit down, have a
Sounds
little
great.
round table.
Sounds
You
great.
can talk more about the publication. But for now, can you tell people how they can sign up for your publication?
Just go to AmericanGolfJournal.com. In there, they'll just click on there, and there's some a link that you can go in and download, and we'll get you on the list. There's no cost for it. We send it out. The American Golf Journal is going to be quarterly, so January, April, July, and October for this year. So we'd love to get people to come on and sign up.
Are you still doing any video and podcast stuff?
We do. We still do Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan golf journals as well.
All right.
Those are monthly. And then Back Nine Report TV on YouTube. So if you just go to Back Nine Report TV with the number 9, our videos will pop up. And we have golf travel, golf instruction, golf news, interviews. We do our podcasting on there. We cover the top issues of the day and discuss it and give our opinion.
There you go. Love it. Well, Fred Altvayer, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, brother, for coming on here. And but get out because we got Bushnell coming in.
Gotcha. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
We appreciate you.
I'm just director, Fred. Don't worry about it.
Producer.
Fire that guy.
Yes. So let's get to our next guest. We got Bushnell joining us now.
Now, can I just tell you about Bushnell and what the technology is that we have experienced? For one thing, Bushnell, I love Bushnell and my speaker and having it on the golf course with me, and it tells me my yardage. And I actually have the new version from last year and the old version the year before, so I kind of have it in stereo, if you will. As a matter of fact, we have one of those speakers right here with us.
I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to take this and go.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go shoot a couple flags out there.
Sales manager is joining us here from Bushnell, Ryan Fisher. Ryan, welcome into Big's Golf Talk, and glad to have you once again on BGT.
What's up, boys? Thanks as always for having us. Great to see you guys again. We should get in touch more than once a year, but it's always great to see you guys.
So now, last year we were one of the first people to put you on the spot. You know what I mean? And that's the nicest way to put it.
As a matter of fact, I think Bill was trying to pocket that mini that you had last year.
Yes, I was doing it all. So, and we visited you at the booth. We had you. We did a nice video, released that as well. You came out a pro. So, do you want to thank us for making you the pro that you are today?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. You guys are so professional as always, and you made me look good. So I appreciate that.
Now you look good on your own. We just made you sound good. It's a radio show, so we did good.
So
we
I mean,
appreciate you.
let me just get right into the meat and potatoes of this. With Bushnell, because you guys are a pioneer in the rangefinder business as far as helping golfers, professional and amateur golfers all over the world, be able to have more fun on the golf course. Golfers winning tournaments, and you just when you think you get better, you get even much better. What's new for 2024?
Yeah, so we're really excited. I mean, there's a reason that 99% of the PGA Tour chooses Bushnell Golf and our technology. And if you remember last year, we had the Pro X3 laser rangefinder, which is our premium product. Not only have we got all those great features in this, but we're introducing the new Pro X3.
Okay.
Not only do you get slope, you get elements, you get a magnet, but you also can look through this reticle after you connect to Bluetooth, and it's going to tell you what the wind's doing, speed and direction.
What?
So
wow,
you want to talk about impressive. I had absolutely nothing to do with creating this product, but our engineers and the team has done a phenomenal job.
Is that what we call AI technology in that thing?
That's what stupid people probably would call
it. That's what we call
right.
it. We definitely call it that. He's not taking it. He's going to showcase it.
I've got a tracker on that one. Actually.
He's looking at you. Go ahead. I'm running fast.
So it's on camera.
Out of our booth this morning.
It's on camera right now as our showcase person.
Look at those
we
hands.
couldn't afford Vanna White, but
yes.
So instead, we have another person.
They look pretty similar.
Yeah.
But look at this thing. It's shiny. It looks really good. I mean, having it on your golf cart, people be like, oh, yeah, that looks sexy.
That's right. It's a new kind of matte black finish that we're going with this year. And, the style of it looks great.
And right now, they're looking at the magnet part of it. I mean, that has that strong magnet technology to it, don't it?
It does. You can see it right there on the side, so you can adhere it to the cart. You can keep it in the case, whatever works best for you. But again, that's not necessarily a new feature for this year, but that win feature is something everybody needs to come by booth 1001 and check out because it is phenomenal.
He's a pro. He even remembered the number and everything this year.
You got me last year on that. I couldn't remember. I had to ask my stupid marketing manager over there.
Hey, John's checking in from Birdie Ball. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
He loves Bushnell products.
We appreciate that, Birdie Ball. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Now, what about the legality of the wind and stuff like that during tournament play?
Yeah,
that going to play out?
Good question. So it's like slope. So if you're playing with your buddies, it doesn't really matter. If you're going to play in a USGA event, you simply slide the toggle on the top and get it into USGA conforming device. So you technically cannot use it, but
you're working on it.
The three of us go out, nobody gives a damn, right?
That's
right, exactly.
It's all good when you're out
and
there.
especially, Bill knows all too well, though, especially during New Mexico wind stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game changer.
It is a game changer. It really is huge when it's blowing 30 miles an hour and you can't figure out what to do.
And I can get you one for a special, just about $15 over retail.
Hey, you heard that?
See, there you go. There you go.
Or we can just take his. I like that better. Marketing management lead. He talk bad about you, bro. We got you.
For some odd reason, I see security running after Greg Wise. There's like 20 security guards running after Greg Wise right now.
He's pretty fast.
And then can I walk you through this? I know we're short on time, but I want to walk you through a new speaker product we've got. You probably know in 2020, we've kind of launched the golf speaker category, had tremendous success. This is a revolutionary new product that we are introducing this year. So still great sound audio quality. We've updated the Bite magnetic mount on the back, improved. We've improved the remote. And we've also added some battery indicator lights. So this is going to tell you when you're getting closer to being needing to recharge. So
wow, that's awesome.
Super excited. We got a new USB
I got to charge
one as well.
I hit a lot of bumps.
Yep.
Oh,
it's not coming out of there, is it?
It's not coming out.
So you upgraded
that. Upgraded. Yeah.
It's not going to pop. I lost mine. It went. Boop, I couldn't find it.
You know what? It happened to me too, and I ordered another one on the
online.
website.
There we go.
Because you guys
he gets credit for that sale.
He got credit. We're going to give the mark. He's a nice guy.
That brings his total for $15 for the year. So
you're welcome.
Good job.
At least you can buy a Jolly Rancher for your child now.
Yes, that is awesome. You're doing a great job. Job security, bro. We got you.
But the technology now that people, because how many times have I had to go on the app to see what my battery level was. I couldn't even tell what my battery level
upgrade.
was.
Yeah. Very nice upgrade.
Are you upgrading the app to go with this as well?
The app has got some nice refreshes, so everything looks good there. We've basically upgraded everything but the price, so we're still at $149. We're really excited about that.
On both of these products, when will they be available?
Both of these are going to be available in March, so we're on a good schedule to get you guys some product before the Masters starts and golf season starts for 90% of the United States.
Very good. Ryan Fisher, the senior sales manager from Bushnell Golf. We will be visiting your booth on Thursday, I believe, at 1:30.
Love it.
Where
Come see us.
We're going to do a video of more presentation. Hopefully, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
An excellent job.
We're going to put the marketing guy on there. He's got to get on camera.
There you go.
Make it worth those $15.
We'll make it $2.50 more.
You're going to get a raise. Yeah. So, no, we look forward to seeing you and getting more video, more content of everything. That's great. We appreciate you as always.
Yes.
Sorry, time is short, but you know how this show goes.
I get it.
Really, 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 really fast.
Thanks for everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Fisher from Bushnell Golf, the senior sales manager. Thank you so much for joining us. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way on the Ignite Golf Network. We'll see you. We'll be right back right after this.
Give me more VibraCore.
What are you talking about, Duffy?
I'm talking about more feel. I'm talking about more power.
I'm talking about
more forgiveness. I'm talking about more winning. We're talking about all new VibraCore.
Absolutely the longest and best peeling irons you'll ever hit.
We're talking about Mike Weir and Alex Chaka. You know these guys know.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
All right, we're back here at the PGA Show, 2024 PGA Show.
Yes.
Kicking off the 2024 season. Big John Quick, along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, and Greg Wise, the wisest man in golf. Before we get to our next guest, though, we have a special presentation. I'm going to see if I get this microphone out.
He continues year after year after year.
All right, come on over here because you have to be on camera.
Yes.
You have to be on camera.
You gotta be on camera. You've been on camera every year.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Mike Brown. He is, I believe you're the director of the Cactus League, correct?
Tour. President, CEO, and all the other titles.
CEO, and czar. All right. Now, let's make sure we get the camera on you here real quick. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Mike, what do you have in your hand? Just right here at this camera right here. What do you have in your hand?
I got a $100 bill.
And every single year for 7 years, Mike Brown has stopped by our booth. And what is this $100 going to?
I thought you guys went drinking with it.
No, we don't drink with it. That's next year.
Folds of honor.
There you go. Folds of honor every single year. $100 going to the Folds of Honor. We'll make sure they get that today. Mike Brown, thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you for coming by.
Every single year, support that Cactus Tour.
Yes.
You know, a lot of ladies that golf on that Cactus Tour, and let's support them. So, all right, Bill, go ahead and make our introduction while I put my microphone back.
You want to stick me on that hard name, so I'm just going to say the face for radio, the man with a great voice, Angelo
Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos.
Oh, that's hard.
I like Papadopoulos. Yeah. So you are here with Sax Parenti.
Very good.
And I can say that.
Yep.
So you introduced a new shaft this year, and it is called the Newton.
The Newton Motion,
yes.
Bill. Yes.
So we do have it here, folks. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's it seems like it's multicolor. I mean, sometimes it looks blue, black, purple. It's a beautiful color.
It's like a lightsaber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you got 2 products. You also have the new Duke.
We do have the Duke.
We have the Duke. So
Duke,
tell us.
Duke of Earl.
Yes, Duke of Parenti.
Duke of Earl.
So which one would you like to talk to first?
So let's talk about, well, first of all, I'm going to talk about the Duke only because it comes in a left-handed version.
Woo!
And I know somebody is very
left-hander.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, wait.
It's only been a few years, but we finally took care of you, and we have a lefty version.
There you go. That's what it's about, taking care of him. You took care of him. Yay!
I
think I'm about to faint.
So now you're going to start rolling in some putts, and you can call me and say, thank you, Angelo.
No, here's the real deal.
He got it. I had
Angelo, I figured this all out.
All right, what'd you figure out?
Bill paid you guys for many years. That way I cannot beat him on the green.
Well, I knew Bill first.
Yes.
So,
Yes, right.
we had to work that out so you could take a little money out of your pocket on the green.
Yeah,
Well, he's taking enough money out of my pocket on the green. Now, can you please help me out?
Yeah, I think they have with this new Duke.
Well, let me see this new Duke here. Holy cow.
Yep. So, kind of going along the same themes that we always do. So ultra low balance point, right? So that makes it very easy to swing. It's very pendular. You don't have to force it with your hands, Big. So take the hands out of the equation and let the putter do what it was physically designed to do.
You know what?
Same thing.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to demonstrate this. We have our camera guy.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm only doing this with one hand.
I understand.
There you go.
And just let it swing. And that's what it's designed to do. To really take the hands out of the equation, the need to force it closed.
Taking
or force
your
it
hands
open.
out.
That's a variable that really hurts your consistency.
It hurts your consistency, absolutely.
So we've taken that out of the equation. That's what makes them perform so well.
You can just tell
Yeah,
on the pencil on how it feels on your hand.
exactly.
And I'm not, this is right-handed. So imagine being left-handed, but right-handed.
There you go.
Just let it go.
I think you should switch hands. That's just my personal.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
doing that for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I believe he might putt better that way.
You know what? A lot of people do that. They get a little yippy on one side and they switch over to the left.
Get yippy
or
on
right.
one side and
But
you
yeah,
go on the other.
I know that's the feeling that everybody gets with it. Is I have the ability to take sort of the variables out of my game, and they start seeing that consistency and the ball rolling towards the hole. And like I always say, look, I can't guarantee it's going to go in. We all know that,
right?
But it's going to go where you aim it and with the speed that you intended. And that's what our putters do. We put a lot of weight on the heel and toe, so it's very solid in terms of off center hit. Still going to go in your direction. You're not going to lose a lot of the energy, and then we bring the weight forward. So, in golf putters, we're always talking about MOI, right?
Yep.
Resistance to twisting. If you hang a lot of weight off the back end on the heel and toe side to try to get the MOI up, unfortunately, you might bring in gear effect on an off-center hit.
Just get more into the microphone there.
Got
there
it.
You go.
Okay.
There you go.
There goes.
I try not to overpower it.
Yeah, I hear you.
That voice is easily done.
As my wife says, you're yelling again. So, I try to use my inside voice here. But, I'll be by the microphone.
So while Greg has pictures for that, we're going to lead up to the next product, which is actually the Newton shaft. It's also universal for left-handed players, isn't it?
That's correct.
Another item for you, Biggs, left-handed player shaft.
Well, how about that? And actually, I believe isn't this the shaft I have in my
Yes, you do. You have
That's right.
You have that shaft in your driver. I believe all of us have that shaft in our drivers at this present moment.
That's correct. Yep.
Is this a different aspect when my driver's up and upright or erected?
What was that?
I have no idea. I lost him when his driver's erected or something.
I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that one.
No idea
we'll just
where
leave
he's
it
going.
there.
So yeah, we don't understand what you're saying. Can you explain a little bit better?
Explain myself, Charlie.
Yes, please, Charlie.
We're not playing blue here today, but
no blue clues.
This. I like the color of this.
Yeah, we kind of looked at really high end sports cars and how they have that different shades depending on what angle you're at. So it can go anywhere from purple almost to like a goldish green, and it's just a really sharp look. And obviously, it's about the technology inside of it as well.
How do they do that though? I mean, because look, we're looking at it right now,
Right.
And it's black, right, or blue, black. And look, we see the purple, but every time you turn it,
Yep.
it's like it gives you the same. It's just weird.
It's
I love it.
Yeah.
So,
it's a
Angela,
really
let me ask you something. I mean, you guys, start off as a putter company, and now have gotten into swing shafts. I mean, that's kind of a huge.
There's a big story to that one. For
Okay,
sure.
that's what I was going to ask you about.
So what happened? So we really brought in a technological difference with our putters, right? We said we want to use a carbon fiber shaft, and we literally went all over the world and got a couple people that we felt were able to make a shaft that we liked.
Okay.
But the problem was during COVID, as you guys, everybody in the golf industry knows, supply and production lines were terribly messed up, right? So we're a small company. We're not necessarily at the top of somebody's build. So we said, you know what? We want to control not only our supply, but also the quality and our ability to innovate. So we literally started searching for people that were making carbon fiber at a high quality premium product, whether it was ski poles, fly fishing rods, someone who had the expertise. Well, we found that. And then we brought in our designer. So we found and built our own facility. It's actually in St. Joseph, Missouri. So we build all these in the United States, which is a real big deal.
Okay.
And we liked the putter shafts so much and the quality that we were building. We said, we should start making driver shafts because we think we can make a performance difference like we did for putters and driver shafts. And that's really how the idea was born out. And as we started, making them and R&D and over, we said, we think we're on to something. Because what we decided to do, everybody talks about kick points and, kind of the design. Yep. What we do is we have what we call an elongated bend profile. And the best way to kind of describe it, when a shaft kicks, it's almost like a flick. It's a part of the shaft. Well, what we decided, our designers decided, was what if we take advantage of the full length of the shaft? And it's almost like if you're into archery, longbow versus short bow, right? With a short bow, you got to pull so much harder to get the same distance. Well, when you elongate the bend profile in a shaft, you get to take advantage of that efficiency of the whole shaft working for you. So what we say, longer, straighter with less effort. And that's really the crux of what we try to develop.
Any plans on going beyond the driver, though? I mean, with the woods?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense.
What we wanted to do was optimize it first for the driver. Okay. And actually, it's being played out on the Champions Tour right now. Ken Duke, we actually saw him at his event. He does a really wonderful charity event in the fall. Mm-hmm. He literally took it out to the driving range and was hitting it. He goes, you know what, guys? I'm going to put it in play this week. Yep. Finished number 1 in accuracy that week.
I think Ken Duke is like our favorite player.
He's phenomenal.
He's part of your crew. He's part of our next guest crew. He's part of the crew for Torres.
Wonderful.
We love him out there. And
Ken Duke is an amazing person.
He really is.
Yes, he is.
He truly believes not just in the professional aspect, but he truly believes in the amateur aspect and for people to have more fun on the golf course.
You just did his tournament recently, didn't you? Was it?
I believe so.
Yeah, you just did his tournament recently. He was covering it out there as well. So we love to see when you have somebody at that caliber.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, and that quality of person.
And he won.
And we were so
get
excited for him.
That's why when I was on the phone and I was talking to a couple people, I was like, you know what? I got all the tools now to make myself better. Mm-hmm. If I don't make myself better, I might as well be right there. What that says, why golf?
Exactly.
If you don't get better, guess what?
You're gonna fire me, Papa? I got you. You're gonna take my room away.
That's it.
All right, I hear you, but I appreciate it.
Yep.
So,
Angelo, how can people find out more information about Sax Perenne, which you guys got coming up? And when will the Duke be available to the consumer?
The Duke is available to the consumer. It is now available. Go to saxperenne.com or go to newtonshafts.com. You'll see a flex guide there, so you'll be able to look at it and say, okay, this matches up with how I swing, my swing speed, or my carry. We have 8 different adapters, so literally it's ready to play. Yes. You order it up, you say what adapter you want. I play, let's say, a Titleist or a Callaway, and literally 3 clicks with your wrench, you put it on, you're ready to go. So
yeah, it was really easy. I put my own in just seconds.
Yeah, it really does. You pop yours up, put that one in, and that's it. I'm just gonna go with this video right here. The Drac. We're gonna bloody you up, or at least the putting greens when we keep knocking the putts down, right?
There we go.
All right, Drac. They got a full line. Make sure you check out Sax Perenne. Thank you, Angelo, for being on.
Thanks, guys. Always great to see you.
Yeah, now that you emptied out your bank account, now I get a left-handed putter.
Maybe. We can work on that.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do for next year, Bill.
Hey, we got you a shaft.
Yeah. Angelo, thank you so much for joining us,
Thanks,
buddy.
guys. Great to see you again.
All right, take care. More Big's Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Hi there, Sir Nick here. Do you know how many strokes your slice is costing you? Off the tee, on approach, boom, front right bunker. An 83 quickly becomes a 92. Here's the fix. It's not the driver, it's not the ball, it's the shoes. Squares can help your score by providing better balance and stability. What are you waiting for? Get a pair. Change your shoes, change your game with Squares, the distance golf shoe.
And we're back here in Orlando, Florida, live from the 2024 PGA Merchandise Show.
Yes.
Those of you watching us on Facebook, on Big's Golf Talk and Big John Quick's profile, and on YouTube TV, welcome in. I'm glad to have you. If you have any comments or questions, our next guest is world-renowned instructor Nick Bradley's joining us, and also I'm not going to butcher your last name, so I'm just going to go with your first name. Perfect. From On Point Golf, a great partnership here at Big's Golf Talk. They have given us ball markers and On Point golf ball markers to give out to our listeners and our giveaways and things like that. Tack is joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. And Tack, welcome into Big's Golf. This is your first visit on the show. Typically, we have Nick Bradley on, talk about On Point, but this is your first visit here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
This is your first time here?
Yeah, first time at the PGA Show.
Ah, cool. Well,
yeah.
Is this your first interview?
First, no, I've had a couple interviews when I was out caddying for my dad.
That's your first interview.
But it's my first interview.
It's your first important one.
Yes.
All right, cool.
What is your position with On Point?
So I'm the director of operations. I just recently started with Briston. He got to know my dad. They're members at the same club out at Wisbrock in Scottsdale. And I played golf with Briston over Christmas break, and sparked a relationship.
Did you beat him?
We didn't really keep score, so I'm not going to say that.
You could be honest. If you kept score, did you beat him?
It would be a close match, but I'll give it to myself.
You see, that's a man that likes his job.
You never beat the boss.
You never beat the boss.
Exactly what I was going to ask you. Have you beat Briston?
Every time.
I guess you don't really need him to be the boss. It's all good. Well, thank you for being here. I know we wanted to have you on to talk about these beautiful things and your partnership. And tell us how it can help people putt, because we're getting a lot of the equipment out there, but this is a very important piece as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're the only patented 3-dimensional ball marker. So the whole idea behind it is marginal gain, which is a term used in sports where, if you're using a better piece of technology throughout the course of 18 holes or a 3 or 4 day tournament, you're going to get some marginal gain. So the whole idea behind it is having a 3-dimensional object to reference. You're going to start the ball on your intended line. And I mean, the biggest thing with putts, and you hear pros talk about it all the time, is you want to have confidence, and being able to engage with your putt the entire time you're on the green. When you're walking around, when you're seeing other people putt, you're able to engage with your putt for a lot longer and get the ball started on your intended line. So that sort of marginal gain has helped players a lot. We've seen all the way from the beginner level all the way up to the pros. Like we've seen a couple guys out on the Champions Tour have already won with this product in play. So we can see that, it's giving results.
It's really amazing, something as small as a ball marker in this fashion with the 3D aspect of what the ball marker can actually do. It can actually give you, actually signal slope, and kind of give you downgrade uphill putt.
type thing when you use the 3D marker itself. But Nick Bradley, as an instructor, how important is this? This would take strokes off your game. How important is it for you to say to your students, if you use an on-point ball marker, you could save 1 or 2 strokes per game?
Yeah, 100%. When you get closer to the hole, you have to be more accurate. It's just the way it is, right? You can miss a drive by 10, 15 yards and still be on the fairway. You can miss a putt by half an inch and you've missed the putt. So any device, or in this case, on-point ball markers, that allows you to align the ball and the putt and read the putt easier. It's got to be better for your alignment. And we know through testing that, where people think that they're aiming the putt ahead is not where they're aiming. They can be as much to six inches out, left or right of their intended target. So what we've got here, we've got a solution. We've got a solution where you can aim the marker, which is really easy to do. You can do it in 2 seconds, aim the ball, and then the putter heads, you get that part for free, right?
Right.
So the other thing as well is it actually speeds up pace of play, because if you get golfers that just use the line on the ball, it's such an incremental movement and they've got like shaky fingers and they just can't do it. The ball marker is so defined that it's so easy to do. I played Country Club of Orlando yesterday. Of course, I'm using the marker, shoot 2 under par, beautiful. I putted lights out from 9 foot and in, because marker goes down, ball goes down, and it's in. So it's definitely an aid, but like all good training aids, it's got a purpose and a function, and it's 100% functional.
And Zach, what you guys do with it?
Tack,
not Zach. Tack, yes.
No worries.
But what you guys do with OnPoint and the 3D technology that goes into this, and we've been talking about technology all show, right? Is this patented for you guys?
Yes. So it's fully patented, 3-dimensional marker to have something raised above the ground. So it's our own patent. So we own all the technology. So Brisson always like to say we own the 3-dimensional space between the putter and the golf ball, which is huge out there, going forward. So, yeah.
So anytime they're going to see this ball marker on TV,
Yes.
that's an on-point ball marker.
It is an on-point ball marker at onpointgolf.us. That is our product.
And you can see here that, if you're a Callaway player, you've got the 3-rail, we've got the TaylorMade. So if you go to onpointgolf.us, you'll see every genre, the cookie, the whole
balls. You got silver, like a silver gun platinum one.
Yeah.
They have multicolors. And if you're really interested, I'm not sure if you're the guy to reach out to,
100%.
but they do make custom ones. So this is our personal, this is mine. This is what I use when I golf. And then you have us on it.
And the thing is, it's not a decal.
No.
It's etched in there.
It's etched. And it's actually, they did a great job. And this is, how long? A year and a half already.
Yeah.
So they do last. I mean, the magnets are magnificent. They pop out easy. They make great gifts for tournaments, charities. We're seeing them when we do a lot of coverage. Greg Wise does a lot of coverage here in Florida. We covered Furyk's event. We covered Duke's events. And they have these on site. They're giving these things. And when somebody wants to offer you one of these, they're handing you a better way to your game. Unlike that saying, why golf suck less? This is going to help you. Promise.
Yeah, so we can do any custom branding. We can do custom colors with the 3-rail or, the 1 line, and that can come along with the velvet bag. So we can put any course logo, any, corporate logo, whatever you want to do. So yeah, you can reach out directly to me. My email is on onpointgolf.us or tack@onpointgolf.com is my email if you want to reach out directly there. So
reach out to them. And then, of course, we have a lot of stuff that Nick Bradley does as well as one of their ambassadors. You do a lot more if you want. I mean, go ahead, talk a little bit. Let us know everything you're doing, because you do instructions and all.
Hey, really quick before we get to that, I just want to say hello to Billy Durrell, who's watching right now.
Yes, Mr. Bogey.
Joe Hill. Good morning, my brothers, from Joe, the fireman from Nashville. Great show as usual.
In his grip.
Yes. So people are checking in. People are watching. Now, Nick, back to Billy's question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot of changes since last year. So I've moved to New Jersey now. So I'm directing the instruction at Knickerbocker Country Club.
Oh wow!
In Tenafly. So that's really, I'm really enjoying it up there. It's great. And of course, it's a chance to introduce the members to On Point and Squares golf shoes, because On Point and Squares have actually partnered up. So you can actually, apart from the round one now, you can actually get a Squares On Point ball marker as well.
Yes, I know. I talked to Briston and Robert earlier about that stuff back in the day before they were sneaking it around. And we loved that partnership. We thought it'd make a great partnership.
That's right.
So we were really excited when they joined. I don't believe Robert's here with us, but he's here with Spirit.
Yes.
Spirit. He's hanging out. We have a lot of stuff going on, so I like that part.
So that's
sorry,
good.
Billy's mic is not quite working as good as it should. But we're talking about Square's partnership with On Point, and we talked about how cool it would be to have a Square, On Point ball marker and all that stuff. But Tack, let me ask you this: 2024 PGA Show. What do you hope to do this week here at the show?
I just want to make, as many strategic partnerships as I can. I love everybody in this golf space. That's why I'm really happy to be working in it. Everybody's so nice. And, the goal is to get as many, deals going as possible. We want to get, as many brands with the On Point ball marker as we can and, expand the word. We have a lot planned in 2024 on the professional tours and at the amateur level. So, just expand my network and, meet a lot of people. So
this is the place to do it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You're going to expand it a lot.
Now, we see some professional people using the ball marker and some people really supporting you. And a lot of times they come across these things by accident before actually being announced as a ambassador for the brand.
Yeah.
Do you guys pay any PGA pros to use your stuff?
So we don't directly pay any players to endorse. Briston put out a little bit of an incentive, to get a win using the On Point marker last year. And we had two people, Tong Chai JD, one out at Pebble Beach, and then Ken Duke obviously got his first win out in Calgary, which was awesome. He had that great putt on 18. So, Briston, he's really said how the company's grown really organically, which is great. And it shows a lot of promise.
He's done a great job.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like our biggest endorser, or Jim Furyk, who we have a big deal with. He was given the product at, one of the tournaments, and he just put it into play at the Players. We didn't tell him to do that or anything, and he finished second there using
That's
the
the
product.
best way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, we see these players out there, and me being out there on the Champions Tour, I can see the buzz behind it. People are talking about it all the time. So it's definitely catching people's eye.
Really quick, David P. checking in from Omaha, Nebraska, enjoying the show from the cold Omaha, Nebraska. David, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. But let me ask you, Nick, the On Point ball market, is this USGA conforming?
USGA, RNA, it's good for all genre of tournament golf, right? So through amateurs right through the major championships. So that was one of the key things. We just didn't want to bring out a product that was a gimmick. We actually wanted it used in tournament golf. So as Tack just said, Champions Tour guys, Ken Duke won with it, and obviously Furyk's using it. So it's we need it to be a real product and not just something that was a soundbite.
You succeeded.
We succeeded.
Yes, you have.
Succeeded. And it works.
It really does. I really enjoy it. I mean, I like looking at myself in Biggs every time when I look down at the ground.
Yeah, I can see.
Like,
I mean, that particular one would put me off, but this one certainly.
Producer,
works.
cut his mic. I guess there's too many people encouraging that bad behavior. That's okay. I appreciate the honesty.
Well, I love the product. I use the product. It's in my bag. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of times I take it out of my bag to give it to somebody else because everybody's like, "Wow, that's cool looking," and so we give them because it has our cartoon characters on it, and I give it away, and
You call it a character.
You're our character.
A cartoon, but not
Cartoon,
a character.
yeah.
I just want to be loved.
Tack.
Yes.
How can people find out more information about On Point Golf and get themselves one?
Absolutely. So you can go to our website, onpointgolf.us. Our Instagram handle is the same thing, onpointgolf.us. And we're really trying to expand on more social media platforms. We just got a TikTok that's the same thing, On Point Golf. And, we're trying to get a lot of media going with content creators as well as our players. So I'm going to be going out to some Champions Tour events, hopefully filming some content in the practice rounds and stuff like that. So yeah, onpointgolf.us is where you can find everything.
We can't reveal yet, but we will have a couple of pretty cool announcements later on in this year.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be one of the first to know.
You probably will be.
I will be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I know tag.
Yeah.
I got a direct line to
partnerships coming that we're
Briston. We
very
got a lot of
excited
good
about,
stuff. So I want to be the first to know, so
Absolutely.
we can break it first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And by the way, you guys,
Deal.
I'm sure, offer like box ideas, gift ideas on the website.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to sort of do hopefully bundle deals where you can buy multiple ball markers, get discounts, stuff like that. So if people want to hand them out.
Valentine's Day's around the corner, golfers.
Father's Day.
Yep,
You got
Father's
a lot
Day,
of
perfect Father's
holidays.
Days,
You gotta
yep.
make. You gotta make.
Mama Day.
That's
Right. Mama will love one of these.
You got those pink balls and everything else for the markers. It works. You got to get it out there.
Tack, Nick, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. We
Appreciate you. We
appreciate
will
it.
be seeing you out there.
Yes.
Thank you, Tack.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
And we hope you get a lot of connections out.
I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, we have a couple other listeners checking in. We got Brian Schoen. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you. Quick question: does Big's Golf Talk have all the websites to all products on one page, as we can go to look up products that we are interested in?
We have a product page, and
We have
do
a product
On
page.
Point.
Yeah.
We're we take off. It depends, like if they have a special or anything
Right.
like that. We do showcase our hot.
But I will
products.
tell you that if you hear about a product that we don't have on the website, always email
Shoot it
us.
to us, yes.
Yeah, bigsgolftalk@gmail.com, and we'll
get it up,
definitely add it
yes.
up there for you, or get you the information such as On Point or
Absolutely.
whatever.
I know they were supposed to be our last guest, but we've been running smooth. We caught up pretty quick. And maybe we can close the show with a regular.
Yep. Well, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna come in with a regular media partner here on Big's Golf Talk, and as a matter of fact, a representative of our resort partner.
Yes.
Lake Buena Vista.
Yeah, Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, Resort,
Disney
yes.
Springs, just steps away from shopping, entertainment,
the close
and dining.
place to be.
Yes,
absolutely.
So we'll be right back with George McNeely right here on Big's Golf Talk.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
All right, we're back here for the PGA Show, 2024 PGA Merchandise Show, Orlando, Florida, and our media partner, by the way, because we are staying at the Lake Buena Vista Wyndham Disney Springs, steps away, and I did a lot of shopping yesterday, steps away from Disney Springs, and I'll tell you what, even with a bad calf, I was able just to trot on over there, over the bridge, through the woods, and even stopped at the sandwich place and had a sandwich.
How's your shoulder with all that Pandora you got to bring home?
It's kind of sore. It's shorter than my calf is right now.
The wallet hurts worse.
Yeah, I thought the wallet got light and the arms got heavy.
Yeah, it kind of burned. I got a burn spot on my butt end. You know, it's
guy.
it burned a hole in my pocket.
Anyway, I want to touch real quick before we get started on what you've seen so far and what you're looking forward to seeing out there. You have 3 young people here out there. Why are they here following you?
Well, they're young in comparison to us. And
Yes,
they're
very young.
students at Full Sail University.
Okay.
2 of the guys, Kaysen and Miles, are about to graduate with bachelor's degrees in the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting. They're coming after your jobs.
You want it? Here. I need a break.
Don't do it. There's no money in it. Don't do it.
Not on our side.
And Sarah is a sports marketing and
Yes.
media major.
We had the
We met
pleasure.
yesterday,
Yeah, we
yes.
got to meet her yesterday.
Yeah,
during-
she came by the show at the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, the closest
Yes.
resort to Disney Springs. And Sarah wants to get into media and marketing,
Okay.
events, things like that.
Golf
She's
side?
about to get her bachelor's degree. Former first tee kid. She's already gotten internship offers.
Wow.
She's already gotten job offers. And somebody handed her a pair of sunglasses.
I saw that. Good.
How about
good
that?
R.
Yeah.
Good art glasses.
I
Right?
was thinking of that old comedian. Yeah, they look good on you anyway.
See, I have to wear prescriptions, so those won't work for me. Now, you've been a busy man all weekend long before the PGA Show even kicked off, George McNeely, including, and tell us a little bit about what is happening at Mission Hills. But you had a tournament out there. Unfortunately, it was kind of cold outside this weekend, but
It didn't
successful.
affect George's game.
Huh?
It didn't affect his game though.
Oh, it affected. Oh, yeah, that's true. He still shot 110.
I was red hot. I broke 100 on the first day. Only about 3 people particularly shot well in the tournament.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's formally known as Mission Inn Resort. Since the 1960s, the Butchers owned it. This time last year, they sold it to MMI Hospitality Group out of Mississippi, which owns King and Prince in St. Simon's Island. And they've since changed the name. It's Mission Resort Plus Club, plus sign club. Howey in the Hills, Florida. Started out as the Florida Resort. PGA of America. What year was it founded? It's on all the logos. You can just look up. 1916. A year later, Mission Resort Plus Club, now what it is, had the El Campion, the champion golf course built, designed by Chicagoan George O'Neill.
Yep.
Had a great Golf Writers of America championship tournament. Catering was off the charts. You missed a great meal. You're invited next year. You're going to come in earlier.
We will.
Even if you don't play and, you feign calf injuries and stuff, you still come and eat. Well, good time. But terrific week. 2 courses. The 1917 created El Campion, and then in the 1990s, Gary Koch, formerly of NBC Sports, designed the Las Colinas course, the Hills. They've got pickleball, tennis, beach tennis, 4 restaurants, great resort, beautiful view. It's old Florida at its best, and it's close enough to Disney World and Universal and other places for those who want to do such things.
Well, it sounds like a great golf course, and I'm hoping at one time we get to try it and maybe do a show from there.
He just said we're going to try it.
And it sounds like it's going to be a good time, and sounds like they got a lot happening.
Great time. Yes.
But we are at the PGA Show now. What does George McNeely hope to get from this next couple days at the PGA Show?
Well, today was fantastic. I was up way too early and went to the PGA General Managers Luncheon on behalf of Walt Disney World Golf, operated by Arnold Palmer Golf Management. I work with them. Spent some time with our friends Adam and, of course, Sam Fu at Bridgestone Golf.
Yep.
And got to
Don't
learn.
ruin it. No, don't ruin it. They're on tomorrow.
I know. But I got to learn about the mindset golf balls.
That's what we call a tease, and we're going to leave it right
That's
there.
a tease.
Okay.
Mindset.
If you don't mind, we won't mindset it. There you go.
Well, I wish I had a sleeve of those for the tournament over the weekend. I think I might have done a little better.
Maybe.
Might.
There's always hope with the word might.
Keep on
I just want to say one of our favorites is walking around here, folks. Nancy Lopez just walked
greatest.
by. I love
Absolute
seeing
greatest.
her, friends on Facebook.
Yep,
I like seeing all the stuff that's going
I had
on.
breakfast with her and her husband 2 years ago at Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard
Yes.
in Player Dining. And it was just a delight to catch
She
up
is.
with her.
She really is.
In the 90s, the Chick-fil-A Charity Championship on the LPGA was hosted by Nancy Lopez. She wound up winning it one of the years.
Nice.
And the Cathy family loved her so much, they said, we'd like you to be our tournament host. And as long as that tournament lasted, in fact, the great Tori Gain, who's in business operations for the tour, used to be the executive director there.
All right, I'm going to give you 60 seconds. What would you want to say to the listeners out there? Because we need to close out this show. And I have some breaking news.
All right, I'm on the clock. It's a great show. If you can get in here, if you can get a credential, if you hadn't planned on being here, find your way here. If you're coming to Orlando, take a look at Wyndham, LakePointeVista.com, closest resort to Disney Springs. I know you're going to talk to Jay Leonard later in the week for a future show. The great general manager has been out of town.
Absolutely
this week.
phenomenal.
Mission Resort Plus Club would really love people to check that out. Next Florida vacation, next guys or girls golfing trip. You need to absolutely check out Mission Resort Plus Club. If you're near Disney World, you can't beat the 3 championship courses over there. And thank you very much for affording some opportunity for my good friend Brian Verdugo from iGolf and Sinkwise.
Yeah, you're
today.
welcome.
What they're doing right now with golf course mapping and simulators, so many brands that we touch on a daily basis as golfers, they are behind it from a technology standpoint. Candidly, in front of it, what they're doing with AI, and I don't mean chatbots to write your scripts. I'm talking about true AI.
Yep.
They're doing amazing stuff.
Yeah, they are. All right, we have some breaking news. We have a few minutes before we have to say goodbye. We have another show that's going to be coming in after us, so we have to be right on the clock and get off when we need to get off. Before us, Bill and I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to a gentleman who was on just before us. Really good friend of this show.
Yes.
Has his own show. Matt Adams was on before us, and we have some breaking news before it even hits the airways or social media. Matt Adams is going to the morning show on the Golf Channel.
Yes, they picked him up. So he broke he just told us the good news a few years ago when Matt left the Golf Channel and he went on his own. We were together at Puma and we were talking and he was like, hey, you guys do your show. I want to kind of do something what Big's Golf Talk does. And he took it to a whole new level. And he was on earlier before us and he was like, thank you for the information. I just got picked up, my show. So that On the Fairways, Life with Matt Adams. So make sure you check him out, Golf Channel. We love him.
Look for him on the morning show. He's
Yes.
and he's really excited.
Look
He's
for
just
him
signed a deal
tomorrow.
with the Golf Channel.
Yes.
Good friend of us.
Big news.
Personally and professionally. Well, if there's anybody that deserves that besides us, it's Matt Adams.
Matt better bring a big bag of money over here. You guys are looking out.
I think I could be his agent. And I know his agent's walking around somewhere, but
yeah, I don't know if Dom's going to appreciate that. But yeah, he might.
But
take offense.
we asked him if it was news that we can talk about
Yes.
here. He said,
He
absolutely,
said,
go
"You
ahead
can
and break it. Yep.
He just found out. He just get it, and that's a great way to start the PGA show, right?
Absolutely.
Get signed that way. So we have a lot more coming tomorrow. We have another live show from 9 to 11 with a lot more guests.
Eastern time,
because we're in the East Coast.
Bill, who do we got coming on tomorrow? We know we got Bridgestone Golf. We have
I gotta hope
actually Disney Golf coming on tomorrow.
That's right. Alex Forth is coming on.
Forsyth.
Forsyth.
Alex Forsyth's coming on tomorrow.
Yes.
We got Bridgestone Golf coming on tomorrow.
We have a bunch. We have like 7 guests coming
Yes.
on. And so make sure you listen. We're not going to tell you who's going to be on. Just make sure you listen. We got a great bunch of guests, and you never know who's going to walk by.
Will you tell us who's going to be on when you're interviewing him?
No.
Okay.
It's a surprise. What's my line?
It's the mindset.
Hi there, Sir Nick here. Do you know how many strokes your slice is costing you? Off the tee, on approach, boom, from right bunker. An 83 quickly becomes a 92. Here's the fix. It's not the driver, it's not the ball, it's the shoes. Squares can help your score by providing better balance and stability. What are you waiting for? Get a pair. Change your shoes, change your game with Squares, the distance golf shoe.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm gonna go after the PGA Tour.
Bo, you're gonna need the right equipment company.
I think I got that.
You know, Tour Edge backs all their clubs with a lifetime warranty.
I know.
They ship all their premium custom clubs in 48 hours.
I know.
All their premium clubs are hand-built in the USA.
I know.
You know, Tour Edge has won 35 times out here.
Guys, I know.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
You know, Bill, after sitting back watching that 90 minutes, I didn't know how good we actually looked live in person.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was just a phenomenal show.
It really was.
And, you know, what Encore Golf is doing and Sax Parente, you know, and Encore On Point Golf. I mean,
Yes.
just incredible time.
Yeah, everybody's doing a lot of good stuff and great stuff, to be honest. And me, every year is getting better and better. The equipment's getting better. Shafts, you know, Newton Shafts, which is part of Sax Parente, the Duke, they got a lot of stuff coming out. And it's great to have these friends that come on and want to share with us. You know, we also got, you know, I don't know if it's in this show or not, but with Matty, when we sat down and we broke the news about Matt Adams going and having his show Fairways of Life on the Golf Channel. So there was a lot of great things that happened, watching people grow. There was people that were there that, you know, that are starting new chapters in their life. So it's pretty cool. It's a great place to catch up. And you got people from all around the world. You know, I got to see people that'll be on the show later on that gave us the stuff from France.
Yeah.
You know, so Renan, thank you for everything that you did for us. We got to test out those products and we'll talk about it. You know, Biggs and I got some new products from them, and Tech
Has yet to be released.
Yes. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming, and we got interviews set up. I mean, we set up a lot of interviews for the future. So there's more to come, and that's what excites me because everybody was so busy. And it's difficult to film. You know, we want to have good quality, and we learned from years past that, you know, too much background noise, you lose the good quality and you miss out. And we don't want anybody to miss out. So we got a lot of B-roll, and we're going to incorporate that once we have the actual people on.
Actually, I think they're going to enjoy this. You know, the audio was very good. We were able to pick up, you know, you and the guests and everything else. So here's 15 minutes of footage, if you will, from the PGA Show, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Here it is.
All right, we're here with Andre Gonzalez. I said it the right way?
Yeah, you did perfect.
All right, we're here at the True booth at the PGA Show 2024. Tell us what you're doing here.
Been hosting. So anybody that is not on time or late or whatever, that has a little bit of time in between waiting for their appointment, I am hosting over here in our VIP lounge.
You get to talk
we
to
have
you.
waters, we have beers, we have cocktails, and anything that you want to do. Sit here, tell a couple stories, tell about life on the road as a tour player, and also a little bit about True Linkswear and everything they have to offer for this new season.
So what are you doing now with True? I know you're hosting and everything.
Right.
You're not golfing on the tour anymore.
No.
What are you doing? How do you keep yourself occupied?
So I've started broadcasting for PGA Tour Live and PGA Tour Entertainment, and also with SiriusXM Radio, and starting to host events like this, taking people out to play golf, hosting some golf trips. Still, golf is a huge part of my life, but right now I was called in. Ryan Moore, who helped found the company with his brother Jason Moore, who's the CEO. Jason asked me to come in, host some people, have some fun, tell some stories, and really just make sure that the True Linkswear booth is ready to go here at the PGA Show and like keeping the vibe right.
Well, most people can see his hat and that logo on his hat. That is an amazing logo. What is it called? The Dead Man?
Dead Guy Golfer.
Dead Guy Golfer.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they've come a long way from the original back in the day when they came out with the hybrids.
For sure.
They were one of the first ones. Ryan was a big user of it and promoter of
Right.
hybrids and stuff. So I mean, folks, you got to check out all their stuff. We're going to have B-roll. We're going to have all kinds of stuff for you to see. It's amazing how, I mean, they've come super. I mean, I love all the stuff. We loved it back in the day, but now, new and improved, I love the Dead Golfer.
Yeah.
Love it. So you're now talking like we do.
Right.
You're on the radio, right?
For sure.
How does that feel watching people do something that you love and you're talking about what they do?
It's great and it's a little bit tough. It's tough being away from the game, but it's awesome being able to keep the game in my life. I miss playing golf on the PGA Tour every single day, as you can imagine. Dream come true. I got to experience the absolute fantasy of my life. But now I'm away from it, looking outside the ropes. The golf looks much easier looking from the outside in, as everybody knows that. But man, I'm having a ball. I feel blessed to have this opportunity to still be around the game and to be able to help a childhood friend who I always looked up to, big influence on my life, and Ryan Moore and True Linkswear.
That's awesome. So what's next for you? Yeah, what's the story? Now you got this 2024 under
Right.
your belt. What are you going to do?
Plan on working the rest of the season for PGA Tour Live, SiriusXM Radio. I like that I'm not on the road quite as much as I was when I was playing. I got to spend a little bit more time with my family, but still around the PGA Tour, around golf, around True Linkswear, able to just fill my life with golf-affiliated occupations, and I'm just having a ball and just feeling blessed.
If people want to contact you, maybe
Yes, sir.
they want to hire you to be in that VIP lounge in their booth and everything, how can they get a hold of you?
You can get me on Twitter or X now at Andres_Gonzalez. You can get me on Instagram at Andres Gonzalez Golf. I'm not going to give you my phone number. I know you want that, but those are the two places you can reach out to me, DM me, direct message me. You can send me anything
What's
you want.
the name of your show on the radio?
Radio, so I'm just the sixth man on SiriusXM. Anybody that can't make a show right now, I'm in the process of trying to get my own. But if you can't make a show, I fill in, and it's been a lot of fun. I got to deal with a lot of different radio hosts, and it's kept it creative for me.
All right, folks, there you have it. Thank you, Andre. We appreciate you, and we look for more from the True Links golf apparel and shoes and everything else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Bill.
We are with John Mason. You are the creator.
I am the creator.
You're the creator of Swing Juice. We walked by his booth. We had to stop by, get some footage, and so hopefully we can have him on the show really, really soon and talk all about
a return to the show. Return to the show.
The man, the myth is going to return. So he has a lot of cool products, and as most of you can see, he has Swing Juice Pickleball. And he did bring out, hey, you swing.
Listen, it's hot.
Oh,
It is
look
hot
at
in
that.
the streets.
Yes.
This is for Pickle Nation. So I mean, you got to zoom in on that.
Yes.
You got to zoom in on that. Check out the puff print over here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see?
And it's raised. I don't know what they call that.
Puff print.
They call it
puff print. Yeah.
Yes. That is sweet. Puff print.
Mhm.
So you have a lot of new stuff here.
We're debuting our spring and our summer,
Okay.
and some of our latest and greatest as well.
We saw
so.
and folks, this is just the beginning. We're gonna get him on the show and hopefully have some products to show wise with. You got some new undergarments.
Yeah, we got some undergarments, some socks, so we got the whole gamut. We're gonna get you head to toe. So
Head to toe,
Yeah.
you heard it here first. Head to toe. We are going to showcase a lot of his products. He's been around for years, and he will be returning to Big's Golf Talk. He's a fan
Return of the Mac.
Oh yeah, Return of the Mac. We love having him on. We love everything.
Oh,
I mean,
so
we do
good.
some crazy stuff.
Thank you.
Even though I don't fit in my original shirts anymore, getting
You
older.
still have
keep
them.
'em.
All right,
I won't give
I
'em
appreciate
away.
that.
They're mine forever.
I
but we
appreciate
look
that.
forward to- What are you looking for most this year? You doing well?
Yeah, we're doing great. We're looking to just continue to expand the line, get more eyeballs on the brand, and just keep on moving and shaking
I mean,
all we
when
can.
you walk by, you can't miss it.
I know. That's what everyone likes us because we're different. So we're going to keep We're going to keep on that
and that's
path.
the key, being different.
Yep.
You do stick out, and I mean, there's a lot of
A lot of
here,
brands
but
here.
you stick out.
Yeah.
You're covering both with. I mean, I fell in love. I saw it.
Yeah, getting into pickleball has
Pickleball.
been
Everybody's
huge for
showing
us.
some love to pickleball here at the show this year.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you took it beyond.
Yeah, we tried to, trying to move the needle. So we're gonna keep it rolling for
Great
sure.
job. So we look forward to having you on. Our listeners can learn more. But in the meantime, how can they find out about you?
You can find us swingjuice.com, all socials at swingjuice. Come check us out. We'll connect and let's do this.
That's it. As he told us before, a paddle is a swing. That's it.
That's
Swing away. Thank you, John.
My man,
We
thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
We are here with Ryan from Bushnell Golf. Ryan, can you please tell us about your new product line?
Absolutely. So this is the Wingman 2. We've upgraded everything but the price. So we've improved our remotes. It sits more snug down into the charge port. We got updated the charger, USB-C moving forward. We've added some battery indicator lights to give you an idea of what type of battery usage is left, and then we've updated the bike magnetic pad on the back. So sits right on the bar of a cart, no issues. Hit any bump, no issues.
I know the magnet has been a problem in the past. I lost mine and stuff like that. But now it's actually a little thicker. It's very deeper inside. And that magnet, you really have to work at trying to remove it.
Why don't you try to pull it off?
Good. I'll go in there and try to pull it off. All right, watch this. Here you go, folks. Look at that. You have to fight with it, and that's perfect. That's what you guys asked for out there, just like we did. And again, look at that magnet. See that magnet? Woo! You lose a finger. I like it. So you guys heard what the consumers were talking about.
That's right.
And you came back with a better magnet on both sides. Not only for the unit, so you can take it, walk around the portable and hit it and give you all that information is still the same. That battery indicator light is amazing. I have the older model.
You never know, do you?
I never know until it goes, and then it's gone.
That's
So
right.
At least with that, you have the indicator lights, which is an awesome upgrade. What's the next
Love
product?
it. So last year we introduced the Pro X3. This year we're launching the Pro X3 Plus. Has all the same wonderful features that we launched last year, but what we've done is we've added wind directly into the display. So it can tell you exactly how strong the wind's blowing and in which direction, both forward, backwards, left, or right.
Oh, wow. So you don't have to turn into the wind. It just gathers the information itself.
That's exactly
and it
right.
Tells you. So does it calculate it? Does AI have a part of it?
Yeah, so
Tell us what it is?
we're pulling weather data from the nearest weather station.
Okay.
So it's constantly updating every few moments. Always the most accurate. And again, we don't give a compensated distance because wind affects each golfer's different shots different based on what your spin rates are, how high you're launching it. So just giving you that added layer of
So it
confidence.
doesn't say, oh, you got a club up, you got to do this. It gives you the wind. You make that decision. And what's it going to do and how you're going to do it. That is amazing. Now, all these, the two products that we spoke with now, are they out?
They are coming the first week of March.
First week of March, they're coming out. So this is the first time they're going to get to see it at the
Exactly.
2024 Bushnell booth. And we have it here first. Look at these beautiful products. They'll be out in March, hopefully.
That's right.
We'll keep you guys posted. Somewhere around March, April, we're going to have Ryan back
There we
on
go.
the show. And you're going to be able to get more details, what each is doing, all the different colors.
It's updated color scheme. Glad you brought that up. So we
Yes.
went with the matte black finish and looks even richer than the model last year.
I like that a lot. Are you guys going to have a Folds of Honor price?
We do not on this device,
Not
but
that
to your point, we still support the Folds of Honor near and dear to our heart. So each unit you buy of the V6 and the V6 shift, the proceeds are going to back to you.
Perfect. We love that. We love the fact that you guys give back. We look forward to having you back on. For those that don't know, Mr. Ryan was on the show this morning, so go to YouTube, Facebook, everything else. You can see the great interview that he had. So we're going to have more of Ryan, because every time we talk to Bush and I say Ryan. That's all I say,
There we
Ryan.
go.
He is the man. We thank you, Ryan, for being with us. Good luck during the show. You still got another whole day and a half.
I know. Let's get
So
it.
You keep going. all
Let's
right?
get
We
it. Thanks,
appreciate
boys. Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Back Caddy electric golf caddy.
That's right, the Back Caddy Evo, brand new for 2024. We've created the ultimate electric golf caddy with this model. We spent a few years developing it, getting a lot of feedback from our customers, on-course testing, to really make sure and provide the ultimate caddy that'll work for any golfer on the course. Not only does it the lightest caddy that we've ever developed, it's also the most stable caddy. It comes with an advanced lithium battery system, and not only is walk-along mode, but has a remote control mode, fully directional. And we also launched our Follow Me feature this year in the caddy. And we put all of that into a spectacularly clean-looking package that weighs less than 25 pounds with the battery. It's an amazing product that works phenomenally out on the course for you.
So under 12 pounds is the frame itself. We have the frame at 12 pounds. Now I'm assuming the battery's a little bit heavier. Can you tell us a little more about the battery you use? You mentioned the battery.
Right, so the battery itself is 4 pounds, a little bit less.
Okay.
It's an advanced lithium technology. So your standard lithium batteries that are in most of the electric caddies out there today last around 3 to 5 years. They're a 400 to 500 life cycle battery. What we've done is gone with a better lithium technology. It's 1,500 to 2,000 charging cycles in it. Plus it saves on weight. So you're going to have that battery for 5 to 10 to 15 years.
And can people buy extra batteries just in case those people that do walk every day? Because when in Florida, you golf. You can golf 200 rounds easy in a year. Well, can we replace your battery?
Absolutely. The battery is it's removable. So if you want it for storage or to take it out and charge in your garage, you can do that. And also 100% replaceable.
How long does it take to recharge it? I know that they say it lasts around 36 hours, 2 rounds.
Right.
But how long does it take for us to charge it at home?
36 to 45 holes per charge, anywhere from 2 to 5 hours charge time, depending on how much you golf with
Special
it.
outlet or regular wall outlets?
Regular wall outlet.
All regular wall outlets. Now we talked about the designs. Do you have stuff for umbrellas? Do we have scorecard holders? Do we have everything that we're going to need to go out there?
Absolutely. Full accessory packs, umbrella holders, scorecard holders, beverage holders, sand holders, cooler bags, seats for when you want to sit down for a minute.
Oh,
the whole package.
Now, I got a dumb question. If I sit on that seat and I hit that button, can I ride?
It's not going to be a fun ride. You'll go for a ride, but it won't be fun.
Just a little bit. Okay, so we also heard about this amazing brake system that you have.
Correct.
Can you tell us about that?
So we have one of the first mechanical brake systems in a caddy. Most brake systems are just an electronic brake that freezes the motor in place. This is actually an electromagnetic brake that physically locks out the wheel from moving. So you can have it on really steep grades and it's not going to go anywhere.
All right, I think that's all for today, but we look forward to having you on our show. And, before we go, I forgot. I'm sorry. Website, how can they find out more about the Back Caddy until we have you on the show to learn everything about it?
Backcaddy.com.
Oh, simple than that. Backcaddy.com. Make sure you go check it out. Price is right, really lightweight, great bags. They have all the accessories. We'll have more accessories and everything on the show. We look forward to talking to you, Paul. Thank you so much for being on.
All right, thank you guys.
And there you have it.
I think that's the best 15 minutes on TV. If you ask me, we shouldn't get an award for that. Hey, you know what? I think we're going to submit that to the ING. What do you think?
Yeah,
there we go. Front runners for 2024 awards at the 2025 PGA Show, which we will be celebrating year number 20.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I misspoke at the PGA Show when I said we're kicking off our 18th year. We kicked off our 19th year at the PGA Show. Thanks to LinkedIn, who reminded me of how long I've been doing this. And Big's Golf Talk been around, but we will be, and it'll be bigger and better than any ever before. 20 years, at the PGA Show next year. So if you have
really big
supported
show
over the last 20 years,
Mhm.
we're going to plan a party, baby.
We should plan a party, get with some of the people, the PR people that we work with. They're throwing parties all the time. Why not celebrate us when we get there?
Yeah.
Yay, I'm for it. Celebrate us. 20 yeyears. We got to do something different.
We have
though.
to do something big.
We have to, man. We gotta get some shirts. We got to talk to people. We gotta kill it. 20 is a big year. We're both doing
any radio or media show. 20 is a huge year.
That is a huge number. I know I've been blessed going on year 14, something like that now. So we just keep getting bigger, better. We're exploring, pickleball now. So we want more for 24 of pickleball. A lot of the golf companies are getting on board with the pickleball stuff because they're going hand in hand. So we have a lot of good stuff coming. Big Golf Talk. We're trying to get more on the PGA Tour as well. Everybody knows I dabble in the magazine. You dabble in baseball and umpiring, and we're trying to incorporate all of our lives into this show. We put everything that we do. We live out there. Charity work, that's not going to change. We're doing a lot of stuff with umpires. Hopefully pickleball will become something that we can do charities with. Trying to do more of the charity events. Hopefully now that I got, my life back on track, I'll be able to travel more and find out more.
And by the way, new for 2024, pop-up breaking news live events that we are going to be hosting on YouTube.
Yes.
So
when we travel, we're going to make it remote, like a big go somewhere, and we want to pop in, folks. We're going to pop in. If I cover something and I'm out something that's newsworthy, we're going to pop in, or even the news. A lot of news is changing with live golf.
You're going to be able to find out when we go live and we have breaking news, whatever the case might be, is subscribing to us on YouTube. So, by the way, before I let you go, I want to send out a big apology to Ryan Fisher from Bushnell. Bill misspoke your name in the video. He called you Ryan, and it wasn't Ryan. It was Ryan Fisher.
Oh, I apologize. You know what? I've been calling you Ryan forever, and he's never corrected me. Thank you for never correcting me. I apologize. It will never happen again. I thought they did your name tag wrong like they've done mine in the past, but it's okay, Ryan. I appreciate it. It's like Ryan Sandberg. I gotcha. No, thank you. And when we have it next time, I will publicly apologize face to face. But thank you for not correcting me. You are a true professional. We had him on last year, and it was the first time he ever did it. So you look at, we're watching growth. And that's what it's all about. Every year, somebody's growing. I love getting those new raw people from these golf companies on and watching them grow because they think they can't do it. And what's great about us is all organic. We just talk. That's what we do. We talk. We make you feel like we're having a conversation.
So that 15 minutes that you just seen, that you just watched, will be a standalone on YouTube. So if those media companies that were a part of that want to share only that part, it will be standalone after this airs on Saturday night. Tonight, as it's airing right now.
That's also new, Biggs. That was another big decision that we opted to do. No longer will they have to wait, 5-6 days to watch the videos. Now, when you listen to it and you want to go see it, we're pleasing. No more teasing. We're going to be on. The video is going to be popping up that night. You can go on and watch it. Look at what we were talking about, because a lot of people are like, I got to wait 6 days to see it. No, you don't. Not anymore. 2024, you get to see it.
Yep, that same day. So,
yes.
Well, we're all out of time. We're actually overtime a little bit. That's okay, because I own
good.
the show. There ain't nobody I got to answer to, But other than that, Bill, it was a successful 2024 PGA show. I'm looking forward to 2025, what our 20th year will bring. And certainly we will be doing another set of live shows from the PGA show. And, I don't know how big we're going to get, but we're going to get 20 big. So
we might get a third G. We keep going on. We going 3G, baby. Yeah.
Hey, as I always say at the end of each show, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time, God bless, and
you matter.